to know enough. Too old to play the part, too cool for showing up. Too dumb to say what's smart, so I'm a substitute waiting for the game to start. But I ain't trying to get played like change your heart. And may I park and find me another ride. I'm letting Florence tell you how I feel inside.
So, in light of what has taken place over the last week, I thought I might share a few comments. Not that it will make a difference or have any impact whatsoever, but yeah, I just figured I kind of took a break for a while because the online culture and just reactions are just so pervasive and can be evil at times. And then there's just a lot of sort of bargain brand logic, you know. At the end of the day, I mean, there's several things that I want to talk about or touch on, but I'm reminded of, or was reminded of, when all this was happening this week with the assassination of Charlie Kirk, a passage in the Bible, and that was Matthew 7:6, and it basically reads, "Do not give what is holy to the dogs, nor cast your pearls before swine." And what that basically means, in a nutshell, is sharing something meaningful or valuable with people who are persistently mocking you or hostile doesn't do any good, right? I mean, it's like casting your pearls, your valuable insights, just your own, even your own opinions that you may feel are of worth to you. It's just like casting them before, people who don't really care, people who don't want to have a rational discourse. And I think that's kind of where we're at in society. I feel like sometimes with certain people, there is no discussion to be had. It would be like dropping a person who speaks English off into some sort of Aboriginal area in the jungle somewhere, and then him getting off the boat and then going to, like, say, hey, discuss things. There's no discussion. It's just murder, death. You can't have a discussion with savages. You can't have a rational discourse with people who don't want to hear it, nor will they engage with rational discourse. And unfortunately, I think that's where we're at in society. And you just kind of have to back off, because at the end of the day, like, if you do comment, or if you do, want to speak out, it's not going to, I feel like it doesn't really do any good. It doesn't, we're at that point where it's, something's going to have to change. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Maybe this is a precursor to things that could lead to change. I don't know. When you're justifying the death of someone because of words, because you don't like the words that they said, and you're justifying their death, we've lost all rational reasoning faculties. Like the thing that makes us human has been separated through ideological differences, where there's, like, a bridge that can't be crossed, or it's broken, or can't be mended. I don't even know what to say. But I do want to play a couple instances where I think it's gone so far that people don't even realize how far it's gone. And I found this online, and this is kind of gangster of me doing it like this, but that's how I'm going to do it. So this is sort of a similar topic. It's not the same topic. It's just showing you where the discourse has gone from where it used to be, normal, to where it is now, to where it's just completely off the rails crazy. So this is Hillary Clinton in 2008. She's more MAGA than MAGA.
So I think we got to have tough conditions. Tell people to come out of the shadows. If they've committed a crime, deport them. No questions asked. They're gone. If they've been working and are law abiding, we should say, here are the conditions for you staying. Here are the conditions for you staying.
Let's see what else we got. We got Obama.
This is not going to be a free ride. It's not going to be some instant amnesty. What's going to happen is you are going to pay a significant fine. You are going to learn English. You are going to go to the back of the line so that you don't get ahead of somebody who was in Mexico City applying legally.
More MAGA than MAGA.
But after you've done these things over a certain period of time, you can earn your citizenship.
Earn it?
So
I thought you could just come over the border.
It's not something that is guaranteed or automatic. You've got to earn it. But over time, you give people an opportunity. Now, it only works, though, if you do all the pieces. I think the American people, they appreciate and believe in immigration. But they can't have a situation where you just have 500,000 people pouring over the border without any kind of mechanism to control it.
What?
So we've got to deal with that at
the same
time as we deal in a humane fashion with folks who have put down roots here, have become our neighbors, have become our friends.
What is this bigot talk? What is this bigot Obama talking about?
You have to pay back taxes, and you have to try to learn English, and you have to wait in
line. Whoa! These Hillary Clinton and Obama are more MAGA than MAGA. And that just shows you how far the pendulum has swung to where you can't even have an irrational, like they're, we want completely open borders, we want amnesty for everyone. All this other crazy, it's just, and what it boils down to, and some of you don't want to hear this, may not believe it, but what it boils down to is like when you remove God from your life, you essentially remove the moral compass from your life. So you become your own agent of morality. You become your own master in a sense. So in that sense, everyone is operating on their own standard. And then it all becomes subjective and just preferences. And you lose your compass for true north. So if I were to drop you off in, a forest, and I said, just show me where true north is. Well, if you had a compass, you would know exactly where true north is. But when you remove that compass and I just drop you off and I say, all right, find your way out, and just go north and you'll hit the road. There's no way of doing that. If you remove God from your life, in essence, it becomes inverted. So Augustine talks about, people will see good as evil and evil as good. So it's just they flip it. The things that are commonplace, commonsensical, it gets inverted and distorted when you remove your moral compass. I just hope and pray that we can come together in some sense, and be able to agree to disagree on things, and it not come to death and destruction and chaos. And the only way to do that, I feel like, is if people, plant their roots in the divine, in God. and particularly in Jesus Christ, you know. So I don't know. These are just my thoughts and opinions. If you don't like it, well, maybe you'll like the next one. If you don't like the next one, well, that's sorry.